Hey everyone, this is Saranya, and I'm a senior software engineer at Harness, and I'm from Chaos Engineering team. And today I'm going to talk about Game Day, which is a typical way of practicing Chaos Engineering and how to do it using Harness Chaos Engineering platform. So to start off with, what is Game Day? Game Day is basically an event where people as a team come together to carry out one or more chaos experiments on specific targets and observe the impact of the chaos injection in the target applications and discuss the technical outcomes of it and find out the areas of improvement, what are the next action items. So all this the whole procedure is known as game day, which is one of the methodologies to practice chaos engineering. So before jumping on to the platform and get started with creation of game day, I wanted to talk about what are the basic how to execute a particular game day and what are the steps. So starting off with is the planning phase where you need to plan the game day, like what all target applications you want to include, what all experiments you want to carry out, and define the blast radius of those experiments, and then decide upon who all should be are the stakeholders of the particular game day, and before running a game day, what should be the prerequisites. So all these need to be decided, and then we are good good with creating and starting off with the practice. So so this let's start with the demo itself. So this is the harness chaos engineering platform, and I just go to the game day section. So this is the game day platform. So this is the game day page where you can see the list of all the game days here, and here you can also see the last for each game day. You can see the past runs, last 10 runs, and their status as well. Or here from here you can either delete or edit any game days. So I'll just go ahead and create a new one. So let's say so I have created this boutique a cap application for the demo purpose, which is an online microservice application. So let's say boutique cap game day. And next step would be selection, like choosing the objective of the game day. Either it can be exploratory purpose for training the teams, or like validate any past outages that have occurred, or verifying the observability to check if like alerts and notifications are working correctly or not, or any other. So you can add your own description for as per requirements as well. And uh, next step would be addition of stakeholders. So let's say I'll just add the stakeholder, and there are some roles attached to the stakeholder, coordinator, attendee, trial engineer, or others. So I'll just go ahead with the coordinator. And the next step is the next there is, you can see a checkbox here which indicates whether you want this particular stakeholder, whether you want the approval of this particular stakeholder for the game, for running a game day or not. So I've just checked it for now, and I'll just go ahead. And so next step would be the addition of prerequisites. So as I have mentioned before, while in the planning phase of the game day, it's a good practice to come up with a checklist or a list of prerequisites that needs to be done before running a particular game day. So let's say I'll just add check um, deployment deployment health. So you can add a proper description as well. I'll just go with the same. And next would be the creation of experiments, addition of experiments. So the experiments, these experiments are the predefined experiment that can be selected from a chaos hub. So the first step would be the selection of target infrastructure. For that, you need to select the environment, then the infrastructure type. I'll just go with harness infrastructure of Kubernetes and select the infrastructure. Next would be the selection of KOSUB. Here we have two KOSUBs. One is the default enterprise KOSUB, and I have another one connected here, where you can see the list of all the experiments. So before adding the experiments to the GameDay, just one point to keep in mind here is, as you know that addition of probes is a mandatory step in the experiment creation. So make sure that whatever experiment that you have pushing, and they have the valid probes attached to them, so that the experiments runs seamlessly in the GameDays. So I have attached proper probes in all these experiments. So the first one is the card service multiple faults. So you can also preview the experiment here. So here we have pod delete in serial to two parallel faults, that is pod CPU hog and pod network loss. And I'll just go ahead and add this, and I'll just add one more. Um, Shipping, I'll just add the shipping which targets, which has the pod delete fault, and it targets the shipping service of the application. So next would be to save the GameDay. So yeah, so this is the GameDay dashboard where you can see all the details, the experiment list, the stakeholder, the prerequisites. So once that is done, I'll just start the GameDay. So I've started the GameDay, and as you can see, the first step would be to get the approval. So either you can ask the stakeholders whose approval is needed to approve the GameDay run, or you can, let's say, in case they are unavailable, you can approve on behalf of them as well. Like if any of the stakeholder rejects the run, the GameDay, we won't be able to move forward with the GameDay run. So it's a mandatory step that all the stakeholders approve the runs. So since I'm approving on behalf of Sarthak, so I'm getting this modal. So we can add comments related to it as well. So once that is done, next step would be to check the prerequisites. So you can add your own required comments, and currently, like as while doing the practice, we can check the deployment health, and we can update the prerequisite. I'll just mark it as done. And next step would be to run the experiments. So here I have the experiments created, and we can run it. So let's say I run this one. And in this section, like for each experiment, you can also add notes. So I'll just, like, for example, experiment running, I'll just add it here. So yeah, so these multiple notes can be added from the team. And once like this is running, you can also view the complete execution of this particular experiment by clicking here. So you can get the logs and the whole experiment details from the kiosk experiment page. So once this is done, like just in case the GameDay, there is some issue with this particular run and you want to invalidate it, you can either terminate it, or if the GameDay run is complete, you can go to the next post-mortem stage. So I can show one of the previous runs. So let's say I'll just go here. So here you can see we have already run these experiments, and next is the postmortem step where You can see the summary of the of the whole game day on how many experiments ran successfully or not, or the average resilience score. Then I have already marked as complete, but you can add anything like as a conclusion of or any observation. You can add your solution one, let's say. I'll just add it here. You can also edit or delete the observations, the notes, and you can also add the action items that are like the next steps or the improvement item that needs the steps that need to be taken to improve the the applications. So these can be added here. And next is you can get the experiment level details and the notes if you have added any. And in the bottom itself, you can get the whole report of this game day run, where you can get all the details of this run. Like in like experiment, you can also get the experiment level details, the probes, why they passed or failed. All the details will be available here, and this report is also downloadable. So yeah, that's that's it from the game day side. And this was a brief demo on how you can run a game day, create and run a game day using Harness Chaos Engineering platform. So thank you, everyone.